10th grade vocabulary words, teacher's list. Week 1. Apex. The highest point, culminating point, narrow door pointed end. Aplomb. Poise, assurance, great self-confidence, perpendicularity. Appall. To fill with dismay or horror. Apparition. An unusual or unexpected sight, a phenomenon, aka ghost or hallucination. Appease. To bring to a state of peace, calm, or content, pacify, soothe, to satisfy, allay, or relieve, assuage, appreciate. To increase in value. Apprehensive. Fearful or anxious, especially about the future. Arcane. Obscure, secret, known only by a few. Ardent. Intensely eager, passionate. Arid. Dry, barren, lacking in rainfall, useless, or dull. Aristocracy. Hereditary nobility, privileged class. Aspire. To have ambitious hopes or plans, strive toward a higher goal, desire earnestly, to ascend. Assiduous. Persistent, attentive, diligent. Assimilate. To absorb or become absorbed, to make or become similar. Augment. To make bigger, to add to increase. Auspicious. Favorable, fortunate, promising success. Autonomous. Independent. Avert. Turn away, ward off, prevent. Bask. To revel in warmth, to enjoy, luxuriate. Bedlam. A scene of wild uproar and confusion, disorder, tumult, chaos, clamor, turmoil, commotion, pandemonium. 10th grade vocabulary words, teacher's list. Week 2. Aficionado. An enthusiastic and usually expert follower or fan. An enthusiastic and usually expert follower or fan. Afterglow. Light or radiance remaining in the sky after the sun has set. Good feelings remaining after a pleasurable or successful experience. Agenda. A list or program of things to be done. Aggravate. To make a problem, injury, or offense worse or more serious. aghast. Filled with amazement, disgust, fear, and terror. Alias. A false name used to conceal one's identity. Alienate. To make unfriendly, hostile, or indifferent, especially where attachment exists. Allegory. A story, poem, or picture that can be interpreted to reveal a hidden meaning, typically a moral or political one. Alluring. Highly attractive and able to arouse hope or desire. Aloof. Distant, reserved in manner, uninvolved. Ambiguous. Open to or having several possible meanings or interpretations, difficult to comprehend, distinguish, or classify. Ameliorate. To improve, make better, correct a flaw or shortcoming. Amicable. Characterized by friendliness rather than antagonism, friendly, neighborly, not quarrelsome. Amphitheater. An oval or round structure with tiers of seats around an open space. Analysis. An examination of the whole in order to examine its various parts. The process of studying something very carefully. Anarchy. A total absence of rule or government, confusion, disorder. Anecdote. Short account of an amusing or interesting event. Animosity. Strong dislike, bitter hostility. Annihilate. To destroy or defeat someone or something completely. Antagonism. An active hostility or opposition, as between unfriendly or conflicting groups. 10th grade vocabulary words, teacher's list. Week 3. Belittle. To make seem little, to put someone down. Belligerent. Given to fighting, warlike, combative, aggressive. Benevolent. Kind, showing kindness or goodwill. Beset. To cover, attack, or surround on all sides. Betrothal. Entered in a formal agreement to marry. Bias. A particular tendency or inclination that prevents unprejudiced consideration of a question, a leaning. Biography. A piece of writing about a person's life written by someone else. Birthright. a right or privilege that you are entitled to at birth. Blatant. Very obvious, often in an insulting or offensive way. Blithe. Cheerful, light-hearted, casual, unconcerned. Bountiful. Abundant, graciously generous. Bourgeois. Middle class, usually in a pejorative sense, boringly conventional, dominated or characterized by materialistic pursuits or concerns. Boycott. To refuse to buy, sell, or use something as a means of punishment. Brazen. Excessively bold, brash, unashamed. Brevity. Briefness or conciseness in speech or writing, being brief. Brusque. Rudely abrupt, blunt with no formalities. Buffoon. A clown, a coarse, stupid person. Bungle. To make a mess of something or to do something awkwardly and ineptly, mismanage, blunder. Buoyant. Able to float, cheerful and optimistic. Bureaucracy. A system of government administration consisting of numerous bureaus or offices, especially one run according to inflexible and inefficient rules, any large administrative system characterized by inefficiency, lots of rules, and red tape. Tenth grade vocabulary words, teacher's list. Week 4. Contradiction. The act of saying something that is opposite or very different in meaning to something else. Converge. To move toward one point and join together, to come together under one goal, purpose, or interest. Copacetic. Completely satisfactory, or acceptable. Copious. Abundant or plentiful, exuberant in words, style, or expression. Coronation. The act or ceremony or crowning a new monarch. Corporal. Pertaining to the body. Countenance. Appearance, especially the look or expression of the face. Covert. Not openly acknowledged or displayed, hidden. Crass. Grossly vulgar or rude. Craven. Very cowardly or fearful. Credence. a quality that an idea or a story has that makes it seem true, accuracy, believability. Credulous. Tending to believe too easily, easily convinced or fooled, gullible. Crystallize. To cause, belief, idea, etc., to be clear and fully formed, to change into solid form of crystals. Culinary. Of or related to cooking or the kitchen. Curt. Rudely brief when speaking to someone. Darwinism. The theory of the evolution of species by natural selection advanced by Charles Darwin. Daunting. Intimidating, discouraging through fear. Debacle. Violent breakdown, sudden overthrow, overwhelming defeat. Deceitful. Making or trying to make someone believe something that is not true, fraudulent. Declarative. Declare solemnly or officially. Tenth grade vocabulary words, teacher's list. Week 5. Abatement. Decrease, reduction. Aberration. Something different from the usual. Abominable. Nasty, loathsome, disgusting, vile. Abrupt. Sudden and unexpected, often in an unpleasant way. Accommodate. To make fit, adjust to. Accredit. To authorize, to certify, to believe. Accumulate. To gather or collect. Accustomed. In the habit of, used to. Acrid. Sharp, bitterly pungent, harsh smelling or tasting. Acrimonious. Harsh or bitter in speech or temper. Acquisition. Something acquired or gained. Acute. Quickly perceptive, keen, brief and severe. Addendum. An addition at the end of a book, an extra part, or something added. Adhere. Stick, hold fast, cling, be attached. Adoration. A feeling of profound love and admiration. Adulation. Excessive flattery or admiration. Adversity. a condition marked by bad luck, trouble, woes, hard times. Aesthetic. Concerning the appreciation of beauty, sin, artistic, tasteful. Affinity. A natural liking for somebody or something, a similarity or a likeness that connects persons or things. Affix. To fasten, attach, add on. 10th grade vocabulary words, teacher's list. Week 6. Decoy. Lure, trap, trick, bait, anything that allures, or is intended to trap into danger or temptation. Defame. To harm someone by saying or writing bad or false things about him or her. Deficiency. Something lacking, incompleteness, a fault. Deity. A god or goddess. Dejection. Lowness of spirits, sadness, depression. Demagogue. A leader who exploits popular prejudices and false claims and promises in order to gain power. Denote. To show, mark, or be a sign of something. Denounce. Publicly declare to be wrong or evil, accuse or condemn openly or formally, speak out against. Deplete. To use up as a result of spending or consumption, to diminish greatly. Deposition. Testimony legally taken on interrogatories and reduced to writing, for use as evidence in court, removal from an office or position. Depreciate. To make or become less in value, to represent of little value, to belittle. Derive. To get something from somewhere else, source. Descent. Derivation from an ancestor, to move in a down direction. Despicable. Worthy of contempt, contemptible. Destitute. Extremely poor, lacking necessities like food and shelter. Deter. To discourage or prevent from taking action. Deteriorate. To lower in quality or value, to wear away as time passes. Detest. To dislike something very strongly. Devout. Loyal to particular belief, organization, person, etc., serious and sincere. Dialect. A form of a language spoken in a certain geographical region that has its own grammar, pronunciation, and vocabulary. 10th grade vocabulary words, teacher's list. Week 7. Digress. Turn aside, get off the main topic, deviate. Dilemma. A difficult or perplexing situation or problem. Diligence. Careful and persevering effort to accomplish what is undertaken, assiduity, hard work, application, concentration, effort, care. Diminish. To make or become smaller, less, or less important. Discredit. To injure the credit or reputation of, defame. Disdain. Feeling of contempt on anything viewed as unworthy, scorn. Disreputable. Not respected or trusted by most people, bad reputation. Dissect. To cut apart for the purpose of investigation. Distinction. A noticeable difference between things or people, separation into different groups, importance, excellence, or achievement. Distort. To twist awry or out of shape, make crooked or deformed. Distrust. A feeling that someone or something is not honest and cannot be trusted. Diversity. The quality or state of having many different forms, types, ideas, etc., variety. Dormant. Inactive, in a state of suspension, sleeping. Dubious. Doubtful, uncertain, questionable. Duration. The time during which something exists or lasts. Dutiable. Subject to a duty, responsibility. Dwindle. To lessen, diminish. Eccentric. Tending to act in strange or unusual ways. Eject. To throw out with force, authority, or influence. Eloquent. Well-spoken, expressive, articulate. Tenth grade vocabulary words, teacher's list. Week 8. Emancipate. To free someone from someone else's control or power, liberate. Embark. To begin a journey, to make a start, to invest. Emblem. Object used to represent something, symbol. Embody. to give bodily form to personify, to make part of a system, encompass. Emergence. The act of becoming known or coming into view. Eminence. A position of prominence or superiority, natural elevation. Empathy. Ability to identify with another's feelings, ideas, etc. Emulate. To strive to equal or excel, to imitate. Endurance. The ability to deal with pain or suffering that continues for a long time. Enervate. Lacking physical, mental, or moral vigor, lacking strength. Enhance. Increase, improve, to increase the value or beauty of something. Enormity. A shocking, evil, or immoral act, great size. Enthusiastic. Feeling or showing strong excitement about something, exuberant. Enunciate. To make a clear statement of ideas, beliefs, etc., to pronounce words or parts of words clearly. Epicure. A person with refined taste, especially in food and drink. Epiphany. A sudden, intuitive perception or insight into reality or essential meaning of something, a moment of clarity. Epithet. Word or phrase characteristically used to describe a person or thing, a title or nickname. Equitable. Fair to all concerned, objective, unbiased. Errant. Behaving wrongly, going outside the proper area. Erratic. Not regular or consistent, different from what is ordinarily expected, undependable. 10th grade vocabulary words, teacher's list. Week 9. Essence. The basic element, the identifying characteristic. Estuary. The tidal mouth of a large river, where the tide meets the stream. Exasperate. To irritate or provoke to a high degree, annoy extremely. Exclude. Shut out, keep out, bar from participation or inclusion. Exemplary. Worthy of imitation, commendable, serving as a model. Exodus. A large-scale departure or flight. Exotic. Excitingly strange, foreign, alien. Explicit. Fully and clearly expressed, leaving no question as to meaning or intent, definite, precise, unambiguous. Explosive. Relating to an explosion or caused by an explosion, tending to get angry very easily. Extenuate. To lessen the seriousness of, especially by providing partial excuses. Extravagance. Excessive or unnecessary expenditure or outlay of money, lavish. Exaltation. Lively or triumphant joy, as over success or victory. Fabricate. To make up, invent, lie. Facet. Small plane surface, of a gem, a side. Factor. Something that helps produce or influence a result, something that must be thought about when making a decision. Fastidious. Carefully attentive to detail, difficult to please. Ferocity. Fierceness, savage wildness. Fervor. Glowing ardor, intensity of feeling. Fetid. Having a foul odor. Fickle. Changing frequently, in regards to one's loyalties, interests, or affections. 10th grade vocabulary words, teacher's list. Week 10. Fidelity. Faithful devotion to duty or to one's obligations or vows, loyalty, faithfulness. Flatulence. The presence of too much gas or air in the stomach or intestines, fart. Florid. Excessively decorated or embellished, fancy. Foliage. The clusters of leaves, flowers, and branches. Forebode. To act as a warning of something bad, to have a presentiment of something bad. Foreshadow. Give an indication beforehand, portend, prefigure. Forgery. Something that is fake that's made with the intention of presenting it as authentic, fraudulent. Formidable. Extremely impressive in strength, excellence, or size. Fortitude. Courage in facing danger, hardship, or pain, endurance, bravery. Fortuitous. Happening by chance, lucky. Foster. To help the growth and development of, promote. Fraudulent. Obtained by deception, dishonest. Frequency. The number of times that something happens during a period of time, common occurrence. Frugal. Thrifty, cheap. fundamental. Of or being a foundation or basis, basic, of great importance, essential. Furtive. Marked by stealth, covert, surreptitious. Futile. Incapable of producing a useful result, useless. Gamble. To jump or skip about playfully. Gesticulate. To gesture dramatically when speaking. Ghastly. Frightful, horrible, deathly pale. Tenth grade vocabulary words, teacher's list. Week 11. Hospitable. Generous and friendly to guests or visitors, having an environment where plants, animals, or people can live or grow easily, ready or willing to accept or consider something. Hypothesis. An idea or theory that is not proven but that leads to further study or discussion. Immense. Very great in size or amount. Impair. To make something weaker or worse. Impetuous. Impulsive, rash, hasty, over-hasty, reckless, heedless, careless, acting or done quickly and without thought. Impoverish. Make very poor, reduce to poverty, bankrupt, ruin, pauperize. Impracticable. Unworkable, unfeasible, non-viable, difficult or impossible to do or use. Inadequate. Incompetent, incapable, unsatisfactory, unfit, unacceptable, not enough or not good enough. Incarcerate. To imprison, confine, jail. Incentive. A reason for doing something, motivation, encouragement. Incoherent. Unclear, confused, unintelligible, incomprehensible, hard to follow, disjointed, not logically connected, disconnected, unintelligible. Incompatible. Unsuited, mismatched, ill-matched, worlds apart, not able to exist together without trouble or conflict. Indignity. An act that offends against a person's dignity or self-respect. Indolent. Not liking to work or be active, idle, lethargic. Indulgent. Yielding to the wishes or demands of others, pleasurable, accommodating. Inevitable. Incapable of being avoided or prevented. Infamous. Shamefully wicked, having an extremely bad reputation. Infer. to find out by reasoning, to arrive at a conclusion on the basis of thought, to hint, suggest, imply. Infringe. To intrude on an area belonging to another, to trespass. Innovate. To do something in a new way. 10th grade vocabulary words, teacher's list. Week 12. Giddy. Feeling or showing great happiness and joy, playful, silly, having a sensation of whirling and a tendency to fall or stagger, dizzy. Glimpse. To look at or see, something or someone, for a very short time, see or perceive briefly or partially. Glorious. Having or deserving glory, fame, or honor, very beautiful or delightful. Gluttonous. Having the habit of eating or drinking too much, excessively greedy. Gratification. A source of satisfaction or pleasure, pleasure, is when gained from the satisfaction of a desire. Gravity. Seriousness or importance, solemnity. Gregarious. Sociable, outgoing, enjoying the company of other people, fond of company. Grimace. A facial expression of fear, disapproval, or pain, an ugly, twisted expression on a person's face, typically expressing disgust, pain, or wry amusement. Grotesque. So distorted or strange as to appear bizarre or comical, distorted, comically or repulsively ugly or distorted. Guile. The use of clever and usually dishonest methods to achieve something, deceit, cunning. Gullible. Easily deceived or cheated, credulous. Habitable. Suitable or fit to live in. Hackneyed. Lacking significance through having been overused, unoriginal and trite. Harbinger. Anything that foreshadows a future event, omen, sign, a forerunner of something. Harmonious. Having parts that are related or combined in a pleasing way, forming a pleasing or consistent whole, tuneful. Haughty. Having or showing the insulting attitude of people who think that they are better, smarter, or more important than other people, arrogance. Hesitant. Lacking decisiveness, uncertain or unwilling to make a decision, reluctant. Hindrance. An obstruction or impediment, something that blocks progress. Hoard. Amass, money or valued objects, and hide or store away. Hone. To develop and improve, especially a skill, over a period of time, make sharper or more focused or efficient. 10th grade vocabulary words, teacher's list. Week 13. Insatiable. Incapable of being satisfied, voracious, gluttonous, greedy, hungry, ravenous. insurgent. Rebellious, insubordinate, mutinous, of or relating to rebels. Integrity. Uprightness of character and soundness of moral principle, the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness. Interpretation. An explanation or analysis, a stylistic representation of a creative work or dramatic role. Intersect. Cut across each other, cross, crisscross, cut in two. Intolerant. Bigoted, unwilling to let others do as they choose, not tolerant of views, beliefs, or behavior that differ from one's own. Intrepid. Fearless and bold, undaunted, unflinching, unshrinking, bold, daring, gallant, audacious. Intuition. Instinctive knowledge or feeling, hunch, feeling, in one's bones, inkling, suspicion. Invalidate. Make, an argument, statement, or theory, unsound or erroneous, to render of no force or effect. Invigorate. To refresh, to exhilarate, to stimulate, revitalize, energize, refresh and revive. Inviolable. Unable to be taken away from or given away by the possessor, incapable of being injured or disturbed. Irrational. Not possessed of reasoning powers or understanding, not logical or reasonable. Irrevocable. Unable to be repealed or annulled, unalterable, final. Jeopardize. Endanger, imperil, put at risk. Jubilation. Exaltation, a feeling of great happiness and triumph. Kilometer. A length of 1,000 meters. Labyrinth. A complicated network of winding passages, a maze, a complicated irregular network of passages or paths in which it is difficult to find one's way. Lackadaisical. Listless, lazy, lacking enthusiasm and determination, carelessly lazy. Lament. To feel or express sorrow. Landscape. A rural view, especially one of picturesque effect, as seen from a distance or in elevation. 10th grade vocabulary words, teacher's list. Week 14. Languish. To become weak, listless, or depressed, to grow weak. Lax. Not strict to the point of being careless, lacking discipline, not tense. Legible. Easy/clear to read. Lethargy. A great lack of energy, inactivity due to laziness, sluggishness. Literal. Taking words in their usual or most basic sense without metaphor or figurative language. Loathe. To have extreme disgust, to hate profoundly. Longevity. duration of service or existence, long life. Lucid. Easy to understand, clear, rational, sane. Ludicrous. Ridiculous, comical, funny, hilarious. Luminary. Enlightened person, a person who inspires or influences others. Luminous. Emitting light, bright, shining, brilliant. Luxuriant. Abundant, rich and splendid, fertile. Magnanimous. Generous, noble in spirit, giving. Magnate. A wealthy and influential person, in business. Malaise. A feeling of depression, uneasiness, or queasiness, distress. Malcontent. One who is dissatisfied with the existing state of affairs, a person who is dissatisfied and rebellious. Malevolence. Wishing evil towards others, ill will, having evil intent. Malleable. Easy to shape or bend or shape, easily influenced. Manifesto. A public declaration, making announcement, explanation or defense of intentions, or motives. Manor. The house and lands surrounding it owned by a lord, the landed estate of a lord or nobleman. 10th grade vocabulary words, teacher's list. Week 15. Marshal. Arrange or assemble, a group of people, soldiers, in order, gather, together, collect, muster, call together. Media. The press, the fourth estate, the news, the papers, broadcasting, information. Melancholy. Sad, gloomy or depressed. Memento. A reminder, remembrance, souvenir. Mentor. To counsel, to coach. Metaphysical. Supernatural, abstract, theoretical, conceptual, notional. Meticulous. Overcautious, extremely, sometimes excessively, careful about small details, precise. Metropolis. A chief city, either the capital or the largest or most important city of a state, any large, busy city. Metal. Spirit, fortitude, strength of character, moral fiber, determination. Militant. Of a warlike or combative disposition or tendency, given to fighting, active and supporting in a cause, like an activist. Misinterpret. To understand incorrectly, misinterpret. Mitigate. To make milder or more endurable, to help and facilitate, to lessen in intensity. Moderation. Self-restraint, self-control, self-command, self-discipline, temperance. Momentous. Very significant, huge and important, important or special. Monopoly. Control of a product or service by one company. Monotonous. Lacking in variety, tediously unvarying, not varying without change. Morose. Having a gloomy or sullen manner. Mundane. Ordinary, commonplace, banal, uninteresting, common. Musings. Meditation, thinking, contemplation, deliberation, pondering, reflection, rumination, introspection. Muster. To gather, summon, or rouse, to assemble. 10th grade vocabulary words, teacher's list. Week 16. Narrate. To say the words that are heard as part of a movie, television show, etc., and that describe what is being seen, to tell a story, to tell a story. Narrative. A story that is told or written. Nefarious. Evil or immoral. Nimble. Able to move quickly, easily, and lightly, able to learn and understand things quickly and easily. Nonchalance. The state of being relaxed and calm in a way that shows that you do not care or are not worried about anything. Blithe. Novice. A person who has just started learning or doing something. Oblong. Longer in one direction than in the other direction. Observant. Quick to notice, alert, sharp-eyed, sharp. Obstruct. To slow or block the movement, progress, or action of something or someone, to make difficult to see. Offhand. Without previous thought or preparation, casual and careless, uninterested, unconcerned, indifferent. Olfactory. Of, relating to, or connected with the sense of smell. Ominous. Suggesting that something bad is going to happen in the future. Omnipresent. Present in all places at all times. Ubiquitous, present everywhere at the same time, ubiquitous. Opulence. Wealth, affluence, riches. Orator. A person who makes excellent speeches. Orthodox. Accepted as true or correct by most people, traditional, conventional, established. Ostentation. An unnecessary display done to attract attention, admiration, or envy. Overshadow. To cause something or someone to seem less important or impressive when compared to something or someone else. Pacify. To cause someone who is angry or upset to become calm or quiet. Pantheon. A group of people who are famous or important, all the gods of a people or religion collectively. Tenth grade vocabulary words, teacher's list. Week 17. Abduction. A carrying away of a person against their will, or illegally. Abjure. To reject something, formally, recant, renounce. Accost. To approach and speak to someone, often in an angry, aggressive, or unwanted way. Acerbity. Expressing harsh or sharp criticism in a clever way. Achromatic. Colorless. Addle. To make inefficient or worthless, muddle. Affront. An open insult or indignity. Afoot. Adverb, in progress. Aggravation. The act or result of making a condition, injury, etc., worse. Aggress. To make the first attack. Accessory. A person or thing that aids the principal agent. Allay. To calm the violence or reduce the intensity of, mitigate. Allot. To assign a definite thing or a part to a certain person. Allude. To refer incidentally, or by suggestion. Alluvion. Flood. Altercate. To contend angrily or zealously in words. Altruism. Feelings and behavior that show a desire to help other people and a lack of selfishness. Ambrosial. Divinely sweet, fragrant, or delicious. Ambush. The act or state of lying concealed for the purpose of surprising an enemy. Amity. Friendship. 10th grade vocabulary words, Teachers list. Week 18. Anathema. A hated, repellent person or thing, a formal curse, anything forbidden. Ancestry. One's family or ethnic descent. Angelic. Saintly. Anhydrous. Withered. Annex. To take control of, a territory or place. Anonymous. Having an unknown or unacknowledged name. Antic. A grotesque, ludicrous, or fantastic action. Antidote. A remedy that counteracts the effects. Analogy. Inconsistency or contradiction in terms or ideas. Antipathize. To show or feel a feeling of antagonism, aversion, or dislike. Arrant. Notoriously bad. Arrear. Something overdue and unpaid. Assailant. One who attacks. Assassin. One who kills, or tries to kill, treacherously or secretly. Atrocious. Outrageously or wantonly wicked, criminal, vile, or cruel, monstrous. Attest. Certify as accurate, genuine, or true. Averse. Reluctant, disinclined. Avow. To claim, to declare boldly. Badger. To tease, to annoy, to pester. Bawl. To proclaim by outcry, weep loudly or noisily. Tenth grade vocabulary words, teachers list. Week 19. Beck. To give a signal to, by nod or gesture. Befriend. To be a friend to, especially when in need. Bewilder. To puzzle completely, confuse. Bibulous. Found of or include to drink, absorbent. Blazon. To adorn or embellish, to publish or proclaim widely. Bombard. To assail with any missile or with abusive speech, to attack. calumny. A false and malicious statement, slander. Candor. A false and malicious statement designed to injure the reputation of someone or something, slander, defamation. Cant. To talk hypocritically. Captious. Always ready to find fault or criticize, difficult to please. Cardinal. Of prime importance, chief, principal. Carrion. Dead and putrefying flesh, rottenness, anything vile. Caucus. A private meeting of members of a political party to select candidates. Cauterize. To burn with a hot iron, electric current, or fire. Chateau. A castle or manor house. Clement. Mild or merciful in disposition or character, lenient, compassionate. Coalition. A combination, union, or merger for some specific purpose. Alliance, lodge, federation, combine. Coerce. To force by using pressure, intimidation, or threats, compel. Coincide. To correspond or match. Comely. Pleasing in appearance, attractive, fair, proper, appropriate. 10th grade vocabulary words, teacher's list. Week 20. Compensate. To make up for, to repay for services. Competence. Having the skills or knowledge necessary to do a good job. Concede. To admit reluctantly, to surrender. Conjoin. To join together, connect, unite. Consort. A companion or associate. Conspicuous. Easily seen, out in the open, clearly visible. Consummate. To make perfect or complete. Continence. Self-restraint with respect to desires, appetites, and passion. Contradictory. Inconsistent with itself. Contraposition. Placement opposite or against. Contrivance. The act planning, devising, inventing, or adapting something to or for a special purpose. Contumacious. Stubbornly disobedient, rebellious, insubordinate. contusion, a bruise, convalescent, returning to health after illness or debility, convene, to summon or cause to assemble, convulsion, a violent and abnormal muscular contraction of the body. Correlative, mutually involving or implying one another. Culprit, a guilty person. Datum, a premise, starting point, or given fact. Dearth, an inadequate supply, scarcity, lack of. 10th grade vocabulary words, teacher's list. Week 21. Decapitate. To kill by cutting off the head. Delectable. Delightful to the taste or to the senses. Desist. To cease doing something, forbear. Detrude. To push down forcibly. Diacritical. Marking a difference. Diffidence. The quality of being shy or lacking self-confidence, self-distrust. Dimly. Adverb, obscurely. Disallow. To withhold permission or sanction. Disarm. To deprive of weapons. Disperse. To distribute something or pay out money, especially from a public or other fund. Discontinuance. Interruption or intermission. Discountenance. To look upon with disfavor. Discreet. Marked by, exercising, or showing prudence and wise self-restraint in speech and behavior, free from ostentation or pretension, modest. Discrepant. Opposite. Dishabille. Undress or negligent attire. Dismount. To throw down, push off, or otherwise remove from a horse or the like. Dissolute. Loose in one's morals or behavior, lewd. Docile. Easily taught, obedient, easy to handle. Duteous. Showing submission to natural superiors. Ecstatic. Feeling great rapture or delight, enraptured. 10th grade vocabulary words, teacher's list. Week 22. Edict. That which is uttered or proclaimed by authority as a rule of action. Educe. To draw forth, elicit. Effete. Worn out, barren. Efficacious. Having the power to produce the desired effect, effective. Efflorescence. The state of being flowery, or a flowery appearance. Effusion. An outpouring of words and feelings. Elicit. To educe or extract gradually or without violence. Emanate. To originate from, to be produced by, to spread out from a source. Ennoble. To add to the honor of, to dignify. Exonerate. To relieve or vindicate from accusation, imputation, or blame. Exorbitant. Excessive, extravagant, going beyond what is reasonable or fair. Expeditious. Characterized by promptness, speedy. Extempore. Adverb, spoken or done without preparation. Extort. To obtain by violence, threats, compulsion, or the subjection of another to some necessity. Facile. Easily done or attained, superficial, ready, fluent, easily shown but not sincerely felt. Fathom. Comprehend, investigate, understand. Fulsome. Offensively insincere or excessive, disgusting, sickening. Gaiety. The state of being cheerful or festive. Gentile. Belonging to a people not Jewish. Jibe. To utter taunting words. Tenth grade vocabulary words, teacher's list. Week 23. Gladden. To make joyous. Ignominious. Disgraceful, contemptible, shameful. Imbrue. To wet or moisten. Imminence. Impending evil or danger. Impalpable. Incapable of being felt, imperceptible to the touch. Impersuadable. Unyielding. impotent, destitute of or lacking in power, physical, moral, or intellectual, incapacity, lack of ability, qualification, or strength. Indelible, not able to be erased or removed, memorable, unforgettable. Inhospitable, not disposed to entertain strangers gratuitously. Insentient, lacking the power of feeling or perceiving. Insolent, showing a rude and arrogant lack of respect. Intercede, to ask or plead with on behalf of another. Intricacy, perplexity. Irradiate, to render clear and intelligible. Laudation, high praise. Leniency, mildness, permissiveness. Libel, false and defamatory printed, or written, statement. Loiterer, one who consumes time idly. Luscious, delicious, juicy and sweet, delectable. Finished.